Well, ladies and gentlemen, Atlanta United has officially made the MLS playoffs. They beat CF Montreal in PKs last night. It was incredible to watch. Great clutch-up performance from Brad Guzan at the goalkeeping position, which, of course, allowed us to make ways for us to obviously go on and win the PK battle in the first set. Also, in the sports world of things, last night was the NBA tip-off. The Celtics received their Mickey Mouse Championship run rings. You guys know what I'm talking about if you watched last year. Now, also, LeBron James and Bronny James made history by being the first father-son duo in the NBA. However, it is game day for the New Orleans Pelicans as we are taking on the Chicago Bulls at the Smoothie King Center at 7 o'clock tonight. It's going to be a fun one. Tune into Fox Nola if you can. It's going to be hype. We're back and ready to take over that Western Conference in the NBA. I truly think we can do that with a healthy team. That being said, we got to stay healthy. However, in the first video of today, we, of course, are going to be talking about the ACC games that were played this past weekend. We're going to react to them. Next video, we're going to predict the ACC games that are coming up. Also, next video, we're going to break down the World Series as well, talk about that, and then we'll give our NFL predictions as we usually do here on Wednesdays. That's going to be the outlook for the rest of the day. Tomorrow, on the other hand, we're going to talk about Venom: The Last Dance. I'm going to give a little bit of a preview before I see that film, so that'll be the first video of the day. Also, you'll have Big Ten reactions and Big Ten predictions, and then probably some high school predictions as we hop back into that and head down the stretch of region play as well. So, that is sort of the outlook for the next couple of days. We'll go ahead and talk about what Friday is going to be like tomorrow on the channel as well. And then, of course, obviously, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. You already know all the good stuff. Let's go ahead and hop right in to these ACC Week number 8 reactions. Alright, so you guys know how we do this. We go down the list, we talk about the games all in one separate segment for you guys here on the channel as well. Let's go ahead and start off on Thursday night. We had an ACC game, a key ACC game, at that Boston College, Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech getting the job done, absolutely obliterating Boston College in a 42-21 game. I thought the quarterback play from Castellanos played okay in the first half. I thought in the second half he struggled a little bit. That's kind of what gave the game away. Their third quarter wise, they scored all their points. That's where they came out hot. So retract my statement about that. Obviously I was wrong. Wasn't able to watch this game a lot. From the looks of it, though, Virginia Tech was able to score points in every quarter of the game except for the third quarter. And, of course, that's just kind of where things fell apart for the Boston College Eagles. Now, again, Castellanos did have 2 touchdowns on the day. The running back for Virginia Tech had 3 touchdowns on the day. Also, the tight end for Boston College caught a touchdown. So, Castellanos was definitely getting the ball to his playmakers. However, when it comes down to it, I think Virginia Tech just had the better players, and they ultimately got the job done there. Next up was a Friday night matchup, and Florida State going to Duke, as Florida State loses to Duke for the first time in a minute. I believe for the first time in like 6 years, if I'm not mistaken as well. However, Duke secures the dub with Malachi Murphy being really on it all game long. Defensively, they had a pick 6, which was really nice to watch as well. The running back for Duke had a touchdown, obviously. The wide receiver, Douglas, for FSU, did kind of struggle with only 48 yards on the day for him. As Florida State continues to struggle, I don't think they can get one more win. If they do, it'll be like against McNeese State, and who knows? Maybe they don't even win that. However, Duke is rolling right now, 6-1, 2-1 in ACC conference play. I'm expecting them to compete for the ACC championship game coming down the stretch. Again, the transfer Malachi Murphy has been on point all season long. I expect that train to keep rolling. Not sure if they're going to play Miami. Not sure if they're going to play Clemson. But they are a very underrated team to watch as they are 6-1 quietly overall on the season as well. Now, kicking us off on Saturday, we had a thriller of a game. Miami going into Louisville. Cam Ward getting the job done, showing us why he is one of the Heisman favorites in this matchup. However, the better quarterback in this game was definitely Shaw. He was 31 of 51, 342 yards, 4 touchdown passes on the day as well. I thought Cam Ward missed a little bit of his passes in that game as well, which allowed Louisville to come back and win this game, or to keep this game close, rather. Now, Louisville being 4-3 in the overall, 2-2 in ACC conference play, there's still a chance that they can compete for the ACC title game. However, when it comes down to it, Miami's undefeated. They're 7-0, 3-0 right now in ACC conference play. I expect the train to keep rolling for the Miami Hurricanes, slowly starting to be on that Miami bandwagon right now. Obviously, I have a friend that plays for Miami, so there's that right there. But I do like Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward has what it takes to win the Heisman Trophy. I think he has what it takes to lead this Louisville team, or this Miami team, to a national championship. When it comes down to it, Louisville just didn't get the onside kick, and it was too little too late for them to come back. Otherwise, with a little bit of extra added time there, they could have came back and win this game. However, Miami gets the done in an 11 o'clock thriller of a game in this matchup. Now, up next, we had Virginia going into Clemson. Was not able to watch a lot of this game. However, Cade Klubnik, again, 3 touchdown passes on the day, 308 yards, 21 of 35. A really solid performance from one of the Heisman favorites as well. Clemson rolls on to 6-1 on the year, 5-0 in ACC conference play. Their train's rolling right now. Top of the ACC, obviously, Clemson, Clemson, Miami, and Duke, of course, are the top 3 teams right now in the ACC. Also, the defense for Virginia just let up too many points. I don't know what it was, but the defense did look like it collapsed in this game. I think ultimately that is how Virginia lost the game, and that's what they got to get better at going forward as well. However, Clemson does get the job done at home against Virginia, 48-31 in that one. Up next, you had Notre Dame going into Georgia Tech in Atlanta at a technical neutral site game. However, I think this game was originally supposed to be on campus for Georgia Tech, and they took that off. However, Notre Dame got the job done for Georgia Tech. You were, of course, without Haynes King. That was a big issue right there. Obviously, shows why they only scored 13 points on the day. However, the backup Pyron didn't play all that bad. 20 of 26, 209 yards. Or 69 yards, 1 touchdown on the day. The running back for Notre Dame also played really well. I thought he had a solid day on the ground as well. But when you look at it, the wide receivers for Notre Dame were the ones who kind of got the job done for the Irish against Georgia Tech in that matchup as they continue to go on to 6-1 on the year there. Up next, you had SMU absolutely obliterating Stanford. We're not really going to talk about this game. However, we will talk about Jennings, the quarterback for SMU. He has looked solid all season long. I don't expect that to stop anytime soon. They are 6-1, 3-0 in ACC conference play. They're going to be another team to watch in the ACC as well, along with Miami, Clemson, and Duke, to see who's going to compete and go on to the title game in that conference as well. Jennings played really well, got the ball to his playmakers. Ultimately, that's all they needed, and they got the job done on the road against Stanford as well. Next up, you had Wake Forest beating UConn in a 23-20 game. Very easy game for them for what it looked like. They're 2-0 right now away, obviously. At home is where Wake Forest has struggled, of course. However, the quarterback for Wake Forest didn't play all that bad. 21 of 36, 274 yards, 1 touchdown on the day for him as well. Also, the running back for Wake had 2 touchdowns on the ground as well. So, their playmakers got the ball where they needed it to, ultimately getting them the job finished there. Final game of the day after dark was NC State 24, California 23. We'll talk about the quarterback play for NC State here. I thought he looked really sharp. 25 of 36, 308 yards. Couple of missed throws there towards the end of the game. However, when it comes down to it, they got the job done against Cal. Cal's really a really solid team overall. I mean, they're looking sharp right now. Not in conference play-wise, but they can win the games that they need to the most. I didn't think they were going to win this game. I don't think a lot of people thought that they were going to win this game. But they can beat the easy teams on their schedule. And, NC State gets the job done on the road at Cal. Of course, that is where I'm going to leave it for the first video of the day. If you have not already, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn that bell on. We do our best to post on this channel every single day. With that said, I'm going to hop off and edit so you guys can watch it on time. Little outlook for the week. or of course for the day rather. ACC predictions coming up next. Then, of course, we will have World Series predictions where we talk about the game by game breakdown. Since we haven't talked MLB playoffs in a while here on the channel, that's what we're going to talk about in the next couple of videos. Then, of course, you'll have the NFL predictions to close us out as well. However, enjoy some NBA action tonight. There's action all around the country. Pelicans basketball is back. Let's go. We're winning the West. No doubt about it. As always, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.